Tell me nine. See the good play madam for. I still have winner. Me never let them play my banjo.
Test your sweet kisses, your arms open wide. Just pulling me up inside.
What? Okay, so it's official. Nigerian Idols is back again with an exciting new season. Yes, we're talking about the season 8 of one of the biggest music reality TV shows in Nigeria. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm super excited, guys. I'm super excited because I followed through with previous seasons of this show, and oh my God, the outcome at the end of each season has been wow, has been a wow moment for me. The quality, yes, the quality of the winners each season has been something that, you know, has really been outstanding for me, and that's one of the things I'm actually looking forward to seeing for this new season. So there's a lot to talk about. Yesterday's first episode of the show was quite exciting, quite interesting. However, I have certain reservations about some of the things that I saw, which I will be mentioning on this particular video. So I will urge you all to please make sure you watch to the end. All right, if you are a lover of music shows like this, please go ahead, watch to the end. And as always, I'll urge you all to also go ahead and share with me your thoughts in the comment section below. All right. Now, before we get into it, let me officially welcome all of you back to my YouTube channel. Hi, you're especially welcome back. My name is Gloria Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Glory, and I am the girl with the tea. Now, quick announcement for those of you that are also lovers of other kinds of reality TV shows. Big Brother Titans is over now. The Real Housewives of Abuja is still ongoing, soon to end, I think. But that's not the end of our reviews on this channel. Another project we will be taking on is The Real Housewives of Nairobi. All right, so a lot of you have been requesting for us to review that show, and now is the time. So I want to encourage those of you that are yet to catch up with the show to go ahead and watch it. It's available on Showmax, or maybe whichever country you are based. If it's available there, go ahead and catch up, all right, so that it is not alien to you when I start dropping the reviews. All right, I'm going to start from this week. Yes, hopefully from tomorrow. So please go ahead and catch on with that. Now, that said, if you are new here and you're yet to officially become a part of this family, please, it's quite easy. Do not hesitate to do exactly what you see on your screen so that you are updated with every single review that comes out of this channel. All right, now that said, let's quickly move on into the details of this conversation. As usual, we know that there are different stages to this show before we begin to see the actual live performances from the contestants themselves. There's the auditions, which is the first selection process, and then there's also the theater week where successful vocalists are merged together to perform, and then if they are successful, they move on to the other selection process. Now, before we get into analyzing the individuals that came for the auditions, let's talk about the actual launch show itself. Was I impressed? I'm gonna be frank with you all. I wasn't really impressed. I wasn't really impressed, not because production did not do great, nah, but because it did not really carry as much fire as I was expecting. I will never forget the launch show of the season 7, the one that happened last year. Oh my God, right from the very first day of the auditions, you know, the way it just came with a bang on my TV screen, guys. It was really exciting. It was really exciting. My blood pressure was already pumping. I was already gingered. I couldn't wait to see the caliber of vocalists that we would have for that season. But for this season, guys, I don't know, it came with a very, very chilled, tempo. The fire was not really firing. It wasn't really spicy like that. Everything was just really, really chilled. And I feel like it kind of reflected on the actual beginning of the auditions. Generally, I'm going to be frank with you all, with the exception of 4 individuals that came to audition on the day 1 that we were shown on the show, I'm going to be frank with you all, I wasn't really excited or impressed with the rest. Yes, although there were some funny moments, there were some very, very hilarious moments, and that kind of provided some comic relief for the show, and it was quite entertaining. I really loved it. I enjoyed those moments. But for some other people, some of those that even got a yes, their golden ticket, I was kind of questioning, like, okay, did they really deserve it? You know, because for me, I felt like their performance was not really audition worthy, if you know what I mean. Yes, the fire was not there. They were kind of too chilled, you know, for an audition. I mean, come on, this is a huge platform where thousands of people, you know, will definitely come to audition to try their luck to see if they can get on that stage, you know, to participate in the live performances. So I just felt like the way those people were auditioning, the way they were singing, it was really lifeless for me. I felt like there was no flesh and blood in all of the auditions. So for the sake of this analysis, I'm just going to go ahead and focus on the 4 best for me. Yeah, if this 4 best that we've been mentioning is out of your list, please go ahead and mention yours. All right, now let's start with the first pair that came for the auditions, the twins. There's Mina and there's Mura. Now, what do I think? I think they were actually good, yes, but their audition for me was a bit kind of lifeless. I felt like they were just so laid back. They were just so sarcastic about it. Like, yeah, I know I'm going to get it. I know I'm going to get a yes. So I don't need to put in too much energy, guys. And for me, I just felt like, nah, that was not just it for me. They didn't cut it for me. Because I kind of started mentally comparing, you know, their audition to the auditions of those from the previous seasons, guys. And oh my God, people that auditioned from the previous seasons, even the ones that did not really do great, oh my God, guys, you could see from their energy that they were thirsty for this platform, that they were thirsty for that yes, that they were desperate for that yes, you know. But those twins, I just felt like they were just so chilled. And I loved the fact that Simi said it to them that, listen, you guys are good, and I know you know that you're good, but you need to also be aware that this is a huge platform. There are people that are going to come and best you. So the question is, are you ready? Yes. So they got a yes each, but I just felt like, nah, they did not really cut it for me. Then there was Abraham. Now, guys, before I talk about Abraham, something quite interesting I noticed from most of the vocalists that came to audition is most of them have experience. Most of them are call themselves music directors from church choir or from one place or the other. Most of them, they've been, you know, kind of active in music for a while, you know. But then when I listen to them sing, it makes me wonder, like, okay, so all your years of singing, haven't you noticed that your breath control is kind of weak? Because for me, that was actually the problem of Abraham. Yeah, Abraham came to perform, has an amazing voice, great vocals, but I felt like his breath control was kind of weak. Yeah, it wasn't really stable. Yeah, his sustaining strength was not that great. That was what I noticed. But he got a yes regardless. And I cannot wait to see how he's going to perform in Theatre Week. And guys, we know that, you see this thing about Theatre Week, it's kind of very dicey. Sometimes if the best of the best is not lucky, they might have to leave if the people that they are paired with do not really perform well. But we'll get to that when Theatre Week begins. Now, quickly moving on to the next person that really thrilled me last night. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Phillips. Oh my God, guys. Ben Phillips was the first and only vocalist that gave me goosebumps last night during the audition show. My God. And you know what's quite interesting about this? Ben Phillips is partially blind. Yeah, partially blind. According to him, he had some ailment that kind of affected his sight. He had gone for several treatments. It did not work out. So he had to be led into the auditions room. Guys, when this young man opened his mouth and started singing, my body became hot. Guys, my blood started boiling in excitement. I had goosebumps. This young man, oh my God, his performance was powerful. It was brief, but it was powerful. See, that was the first performance of the night that really pierced through my soul. And I was optimistic all of a sudden because all the while other people had been performing, I was kind of bored. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so disappointed. For the first day of the auditions, this is what we get. Guys, I wasn't really impressed. I'm going to be honest with you. But when Ben Phillips started singing, guys, I was shook. I was amazed. And you see, one thing that really got me excited about Ben Phillips' performance, his audition, you know, was the fact that at the end of the day, nobody is going to come out and say or even accuse the organizers of the show that, oh, it's because he is blind that he made it through to the live performance, or it's because he is blind that he made it through to the finals. No, nobody is going to come and say that. Why? Because this guy's vocals is a standalone powerhouse. Yes, it is not because he is blind, no. His partial blindness is a completely different ball game. But you see his strength in vocals, in sustaining his vocals, in controlling his voice. This guy has mastered the art of singing. And so he was really deserving of that yes he got. Another person that really, you know, gave me a brief thrill because the audition was short was Cabrini Devo. Oh my God. You see that individual, that person came through with the attitude of a star. That person came through with the attitude of an entertainer, you know. And already I was visualizing how his live performance will be. That this guy is going to give us some sort of Michael Jackson, you know, thrill, that kind of thing. And I was already anticipating, and I loved that head voice pitch that he gave towards the end of his performance. Oh my God, I was so excited. That gave me goosebumps. And apparently turned out that he actually auditioned last season, but then it was during the theater week that he was kicked out. Not like he was kicked out literally, but then he did not make it through after theater week because his spared partner for theater week did not perform really well. And guys, that was really painful. Hence the thing I was saying, you know, earlier, that the thing about the show is theater week is simply what really determines a lot of times if even the best of the best singers make it through to the next stage, which is the live performance of the show. So I was really excited with his performance last night, but then I started praying for him. That God, I beg, this same nonsense should not happen again. This guy definitely needs to make it through to the live performance because I really would love to see him on that stage. I want to see what he is capable of delivering come the live performance. And the next vocalist that really did it for me was Queen Quest. Yes. Oh my God, guys, listen, Queen's voice was a powerhouse. I loved it. Her sound was so unique. It was beautiful. It was powerful. And you know the interesting part, she said she's a professional singer. She's been singing since she was 16, and I think now she's 27. And guys, wow, her breath control was simply amazing. I just love the sound. The sound really sounded professional. You know how Mary J. Blige will sound. She had that sound, that diva sound, and I loved it. However, one thing I noticed was her vibrato was a bit much, and I tweeted about it, and I'm glad that she actually responded to that tweet. Yes, so I really hope that she would work on more control, you know, when using a vibrato, because it was really intense. Yes, and so it made it sound like she was kind of nervous when she was auditioning, but I am sure that she will definitely deliver when she makes it through to the live show. Last but not the least on my list was Osed Daniel. Osed Daniel, oh my God. In my frank opinion, in as much as I loved several other auditions from other vocalists, for me, Osed Daniel was the best for me last night. Yes. Why? This young man sang very, very intentionally. His voice sounded so crystal clear. He had this amazing control with his vocals. His breath control was amazing. His voice sounded so divine. It sounded so silky, so fluid. I mean, guys, the fluidity in his vocals was simply divine. Guys, see, the way he was singing, it was just literally serenading me. Yeah, Simi, the judge, said that she felt like she was being serenaded. Guys, I felt like he was singing for me especially. And at that moment, I started wishing and hoping that it makes it through the to the live show, because I really want to hear what this young man would sound like with instrumentals with backup singers. Yes, for me, he was the best last night because he did not really have to do too much, but there was so much authority. There was so much power. There was so much control that came with his performance, guys. And that did it for me totally. That did it for me. So yeah, this is where I'm going to end my review of the first day of the audition show of the season 8 of Nigerian Idols. These are my thoughts about some of the contestants that came for the auditions. I would love to hear yours, so please go ahead and share in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys on another episode of Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah. Have an amazing, amazing day, an amazing new week.